Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Jaydee for another episode of our daily stock market insights. And as always, in today's video, I'm going to cover the uh, stocks that are trending today. All right, as you can see right over here, we have the SCC, DMC, SPNEC, Web, Converge, APX, Ever, Dito, and All Day. Okay, I'll try to finish everything, but definitely these are the stocks that I'll be reviewing. In the meantime, if there are other stocks or if there are stocks that are in your portfolio that are not part of this list, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know if you'd like that stock to be reviewed. So I'll be prioritizing that in my review tomorrow. Okay, so let's start with the index. All right, so the index, it has been 3 days already whereby we're seeing bearish signs. However, let's not lose hope because in my Bollinger Band right here, the center line is our MA20 line. And sometimes when we're already above that level, chances are when we drop, that line becomes our support area. Okay, so now I'm plotting that level as our key support, nearest support at the moment. So let us see if in the next few days we will be just doing sideways or will be moving higher and higher. Another area, while you see this horizontal line, uh, try to keep track of this trend line at the same time, because in the short term we are already moving in this trend channel. Okay, so short term wise we're already moving up, but horizontally the MA20 is my basis for our support. Okay, so let us see that hopefully, okay, we'll be bouncing anytime soon. Okay, so the first stock is SCC. SCC, what is happening? Wow, we have a breakout. We had a breakout the previous day, and today was actually a continuation of that momentum. Okay, so it's all-time high. Yeah, looks like it, right? We have reached the 52-week high for our, it's not an all-time high, it's just a past year. In other words, it's past 52 weeks. This has been the highest point that the stock has reached. And like what I've mentioned in the past, this stock has been really known for some attractive dividend yield year on year. However, my stand on this is that if in case you still want to get in at this point, of course, consider this as a long-term stock that you may want to consider holding. Number one, because it's already up there, it's already on the expensive side. But if you're going to stay on it like 10 years or more, then of course I think it's really worth um, holding, because every year you're compensated. If at this level, 150, let us say, how many times a year do you get paid for this? So let's say once, so 1.5 over 35, let's say 35, because really it's on the expensive side already. Oh, see, it's just 4%. But if you have already entered, if you've entered somewhere at the bottom over here, at one point I think it was around 10%. The 2021, 2020. Oh, maybe two times a year. Yeah, maybe two times a year. So if that was five, that was four. So approximately around 8% if you're going to enter right here. That's in the assumption that you will be receiving it twice. But just study further, um, because this stock is one of those that give out really attractive dividend. The next stock is DMC, also known for uh, consistent at giving out attractive dividend rates. DMC is one of the real estate companies in the country, right? DMCI. Okay, 927-ish, pinakamalapit na resistance for me. Okay, sige, let's check that out. Ano ito? Ba't madaming pera? Okay. Breakout, but not kind of what we want. Let me see. Okay. Breakout siya, short term, right? Pero may resistance. Actually, may malapit na resistance kay. If you're going to base your breakout point here, right at this level, okay, so breakout yan. But then again, there's so many key areas nearby. Ito pa. So nearest resistance at this point is very near the area. That's 9.28. Look at this. So we will see. Volume is still there, no? As we go higher and higher, the volume is also increasing. So let's check that one out, see if it is going to sustain. However, nice din. Foreign buying is also there. Just, if you can haggle for a few cents, maybe if it goes back to 9 peso area, then that's fine. But again, same sentiment here, because this is already on the expensive side. Medyo, you really have to be wise in your allocation, right? You might want to consider breaking it into several parts, enter in tranches, so that in case there's an opportunity when the stock drops, then you can buy some more. But if you're long-term holder anyway, just take advantage of those fluctuations and hold on to it. Pero kasi this is really on the expensive side now. Pero we can never tell, no? What if someday it reaches the 20 peso, 30 peso level? Okay, right now we can say that that's already expensive because of the trend in the previous price that we've experienced here. But if it's really going to be bullish, continue to be bullish, then we've witnessed several stocks that really didn't hesitate to break all the resistances and created higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so if this is the stock you'd like to put in your portfolio for long term, I don't think the price level right now is going to be an issue, because this also gives out good dividend. Now let us take a look at the other stock. Where is that? SPNEC. SPNEC. Oh, SPNEC also dropped. It has retraced. However, like what I mentioned, similar to the index, we're very near our MA20 line, so chances are we could be bouncing at that level. Short term wise, this is the channel that I am seeing. Okay, so this has been moving upwards. Okay, so let's see if this area could be a possible bounce area as well. Okay, so horizontally, your 1.72 is your support, but if we get some good bounce, chances are we could be moving up, we could be bouncing, and then it will create a higher high. But one thing to also be very particular with is the movement in the volume. If the increase in the price is not supported by volume, there's a big likelihood that it will not be sustained, and there will be instances of drop or breakdown in the price. Next is web. Why is web trending? Let's find out. For now, on the chart here, guys, just take note, we are at a resistance area. We created a double top. If there's a double bottom, there's a double top. Your resistance was challenged twice already. First attempt, second attempt. Now the next thing, step number 2, once you see that, you also check your RSI. After doing that, check if the momentum is there. See this? This simply means that the sentiment has already died down. As the price moved at the same point, same level, the momentum has dropped. People are already thinking that, okay, this is already on the expensive side. This is already a resistance area. So my take on this is that we could be there might be a continuation of a drop somewhere at the MA20 line. But once that area gets broken, then that's a different story. Um, we could be moving back to this level or this level first. Okay, so I'll just put that line there just in case because that could be a possible support level as well. Okay, so for now, I'm saying that this is already on the expensive side too. Lumipad na din pala si Ara. No. Web hold lang. Palipad na ito. Okay, let's see. 5 hours ago. What's your time frame here? 1 minute. 390. Bakit iba yung tsura ng kanyang kuan? 1 minute time frame siguro to, no? Ayan nga. Or 1 month. Ano ba? Ba't siya may letter M? Ayan, 1 month nga. He's using the 1 month time frame. Ganda pala ng chart niya, guys. 1 month time frame. So the beauty of you really expanding it to a longer time frame is so you have a view of the overall sentiment on a monthly time frame. Every candlestick here is worth 1 month. So technically from 2016 to this day, it has been on a decline. And we are just starting to trigger the Bollinger Band, upper Bollinger Band. But then again, if you're into short-term trading, if you have a short-term trading strategy, then these key areas will be your support and resistance. But if you plan to hold on to it, right? If you plan to hold on to it long term, then this is already a nice chart. So what's the purpose, right? If we're looking at it in a long-term time frame and it's going up, and I see in the shorter time frame that it could possibly drop and retest the 320 area or 356 area, then that simply means that those fluctuations, those retracements that we might be experiencing in the next few days, that would be your opportunity to get in, because you know for a fact that if I'm going to stay on it like for 3 to 5 months or even a year or so, I have a much bigger and better payoff, right? So this kind of time frame, monthly time frame, is really for long term. Okay, now, but for those who are trading it, in the short term, then expect that you will be able to see some pullback first before this takes off. All right. Next is, that's a good one there, Lord's Grim. We got some nice hint to look at the monthly time frame. Converge would be next. Okay, Converge. Hold on. Oops, still on a decline, si Converge. However, we are also at the possible support area in the short term. May support ka dito. You did a double bottom, but your RSI is already starting to also move a little higher. So if you want to accumulate, I think pwede na to. You can already consider accumulating, unless you want to really see a confirmation, and your confirmation could be a green candlestick that comes out right here, something like this. Even better if the candlestick ends much higher than this red candlestick, something like this, red tapos may green siya dyan na mas mataas. Because overall, my take here is that I don't see it dropping any major drop at this point. Kasi while the price was moving downwards, look at the volume. That means even when majority of them entered somewhere here during this day, they're not releasing, they're not selling their positions, they're holding on to their positions. So this drop could just be temporary, and then it will be continuing. It'll continue to move even higher. So baka nga this is an opportunity to start accumulating. So several ways to treat this. Others would wait for a green candlestick. Others are just really willing to enter at this point right now because it's already a good level to accumulate. At one point, it reached as high as 43. That was it dropped, and then this is already a discounted level. This stock has been involved in Elon Musk's Starlink. So that's the speculation. All right. The next stock is sige, APX and dito. Okay, last two stocks. APX, this is dito very popular stock, pero recently, actually today, there's a sudden lift in the volume. Ano kayang kwento ni APX? For APX, the story is, let's see, I don't really read these consistently entire day. This is the only time I get to open the social feed. Sabi dito, APX mining operating cash flow is 2 times last year. APX connecting the dots for Zone to acquire controlling stake in Malampaya project from Dennis Uy. Pumasok na si Razon para magamit nila expertise ng Malampaya para makapag-drill soon sa South South China Sea. A service contract. 72 na South China Sea. Sige, just read through that, guys. Prime Strategic Holdings completes tender offer for Apex Mining shares. So I think that's the catalyst. Razon firm buying Uy's shares in Malampaya. Nalalapit na naman ang FOMC Fed. Nakapag-ipon na ba kayo ng PM metals? Ayan. So, mga kwanto, mga mining. So, ayan. So, may sudden spike in the volume, and we've seen a possible catalyst. So, this is what I will be creating right here. So, this is the trend line at the moment. So, each time that price level gets hit, there's a bounce that's happening. So, just watch out for that kind of movement in the coming days. So, siguro baka gaganito siya, no? We'll see. Because in the past, ito yung kanyang, we'll just extend that. So, possible na it will continue. This one, it's starting to trigger the upper band, right? Pero if there will be fluctuations somewhere here. So, just go ahead and read through the news, the financials, because what we're seeing here right now is just technicals. And overall, sakto lang, umakyat na pala to eh. Pero may potential pa siya eh. At one point, it reached the 4 peso level, and then overall, the trajectory of this stock is already starting to move higher and higher. Ayan o, so we're now in a weekly chart and packet siya. Moved up, stabilized a bit. Tingnan natin if it will continue to move even higher. Next is Dito. Dito, how are you? Dito, wala lang. Flat. No movement. So, go back tayo sa daily chart. Okay, so this is your support, guys, on the daily chart. Volume is not that much as of yet. Wala siya masyadong movement right here. May foreign selling ka pang 688,000. So, 443. 443, that is the support area. Ano ang dito? Anong kanyang mga munting kamarites? Makimarites tayo kay dito. Sabi ni Marites, iPhone naman, ay, bodega pa more, plans and priorities of incoming DICT chief. Okay, ano daw to? Next, internet competition heated up with third telco player. Aba, I haven't watched that. Okay, I'll check that one out. Dito, compatible tayo dito. Okay. Sige lang. We'll see. We'll see. Pares kami almost dyan din siya nag-plot ng kanyang support. So, 443 kanya, 446. So, ngayon, abangan nyo lang guys. May ano pa to. You can still get this at a cheaper level. But personally, like what I have been mentioned, ako dito is gonna stay long in my portfolio. Medyo nakapag-average down ako, yung average natin medyo bumaba na rin. So, kung may sweldo ka, add ka lang ng add. Alam mo yun. Pero you have to also study the company para even if it reaches this level, you will still not feel afraid. No, you won't be scared. You won't feel annoyed. Importante you're engaged in stocks na you really are willing to face. Pero may game plan ka na. Alam mo yun? Kasi if there's stocks na just for trading purposes or short-term trade lang, when it reaches a certain level, your acceptable loss hanggang dyan ka lang na pwedeng mag-risk, then you cut loss. Pero pag hindi mo naabangan, alam mo yun, I also have stocks in my portfolio na hindi ko talaga siya naabangan, na hindi ko siya nabantayan. So, it has extended its downfall. Wala, I have to wait. Because cutting losses will only work if you're able to cut loss early. Alam mo yun? So, that's the price. Kaya, most of the stocks na I'm engaging in right now are already mid to long term because I've already accepted the fact that I cannot watch my stocks full time, watch the market full time. Kaya I'd really wait for those stocks na as in super bagsak na. And that's where I enter. For example, itong LTG, very timely lang din kasi ay ang ganda pala ng movement niya, oh. Very timely lang din because I entered in this stock parang a few days before this X date. Okay? Before the X date ng May 26. I think mga May 25 ako nakapag-enter. 23? Baka dito ako nag-enter. So, the reason why I entered in this stock is because, tingnan nyo naman, this stock has been hit big time. It has declined so much. And, yan, di ba? And I computed the dividend here. Ito, this one alone is, kung 0.30 yan, 0.30 divided by, let's say, kasi nakuha ko siya 8.70. So, that's a 3.4%. Ngayon, this one, historically, has a history of giving out dividend multiple times in a year. O ito, last year, twice. So, let us say it gives out twice. Lagay na lang natin na 0.5 kunwari. Divided by 8.7. Oh, may 5.7% ako. So, that's a much better rate than putting my money in the bank. At the same time, the risk to reward ratio is very attractive because this has already dropped and this is already at the support level. So that's the kind of mindset that I have, sharing it with you guys. That's how I pick my stocks right now. And LTG is also one of the blue chip companies in the country. That's another thing. Okay, so I think that's it for tonight, guys. I hope I was able to give nice insights that you can use in your trades tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you for watching and bye bye.